Mexican Robb, where'd you grow up at, my man?
Right here in Compton.
Uh-huh.
Fruit Town Piru.
That's your first residence?
Yes, sir.
What's your family's background and where'd they come from?
Actually, my family from out here.
Really?
Compton. What?
Oh, so can you trace your family roots back to Mexico, or you're like third, fourth generation?
I don't know nothing about no family in Mexico. I know I probably had some, but never had a chance to meet none.
For the dime moves and the lokes, for the 6-4s on spokes, for the OGs that did a dime, came back around on parole, for the homegirls with the scrap game, little homies that gang bang, from Pelican Bay to YA, rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you've been through, shit you had to go tend to. Your mama gave birth on the turf. I
was the founder. I created Conan Pocket in my mother's garage.
I had a lot of, lifting weights, and I was on swole. They started calling me Big Miz.
Kev Mac video, you know, this is for sure. Kev Mac video, open your soul.
This is only the beginning.
Okay. What did moms and pops do for a living?
Oh, shit, my pops was a thug, you know what I'm saying? My mama was me and mama.
When you say pops is a thug, what is it?
You know, he's a penitentiary guy, man. Pops been in prison all his life. He died, though, passed away like 1993. Shit, it's crazy because I had just got out, and prior to me getting out, I was in the penitentiary with him. You know what I'm saying? And a year later, he died and shit. I'm out of town in Texas and shit doing my little thing. And I get a call, you know what I'm saying? Call home, you know what I'm saying? Your daddy passed, you know what I'm saying? Died in prison, you know what I'm saying?
Did you grow up in the same household as mom and pops? Or
no, my grandmother actually raised me, my mother's mother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Was pops the South Side?
Yeah, he was.
From where?
From CV3, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what did he say when his kid turned Fruit Town Piru?
Actually, you know what I'm saying? And he kept it clean with me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I try to do that with my kids. But he's like, man, if you're going to bang, bang. If you're going to slang, slang. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't mix. But if that's what you choose to be, by all means, be the best at it.
So the house you grew up on, what street is that?
Peach Street.
Did Pops grow up on Peach Street?
Nah, he grew up over there in Mona Park side, over that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, what elementary schools and junior highs?
I went to George Washington Elementary, shit, then to Davis Junior High School, went to camp, got out, tried to go to the gym, but they didn't accept me, so I had to go to Luzinga, and from there, it was like, fuck school. Just keeping it 100.
So, describe Fruit Town growing up. Your streets, your blocks, your neighbors, the atmosphere, activities.
Back then when I was growing up, man, it was love. You know what I'm saying? It was a neighborhood. Now, it's still the hood, but it ain't the same. The love ain't there, and then the Hispanics done bought up everything. You know what I mean?
When you there, was it racially mixed, or you like the only Mexican family there?
Nah, hell no. It was mixedly.
It was mixed from the gate.
Yeah. But shit.
So, growing up in Fruit Town at that time, I know there's different essay gangs there now.
Yeah, T-Flats.
And once upon a time, the locals.
Yeah, you had the OSV locals.
But they came later though.
They came like late 80s. You know what I'm saying?
So when you were growing up, what was the gang dynamics of Fruit Town hood? Who was there? Who occupied that area?
The Fruit Town.
The flats didn't cross
over that area? No. We mingled with them back then. Now it's all our war. You know what I mean? But hell, they used to kick it with us, you know what I mean? We used to go to their little house parties and shit, It was cool. Like I said, it was a family environment. If we rode, they rode with us.
So my thing is, I want to ask you, if it was all Fruit Town there, I wanted to know if it was kind of like mixed up with flats and all that. And if it was, what made you go the Fruit Town route and not the flats route?
I think because my friends, I could say my homies, you know, the dudes I really grew up with, that's all I played with, you know what I'm saying, was blacks. And I was more to that side, you know what I mean? And shit, as time went on, 13, 14, you know, I'm out here full-fledged, building a name for myself, Mexican Robb, you know what I mean? So, shit.
What did Grandma say when you're hanging with
But
them?
you know what? I didn't do that. You know, she knew all my homies. You know what I'm saying? They all knew her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Gloria, you know what I'm saying? She felt safe walking around that motherfucker. You know, back then you really could, because motherfuckers would be they'd rob your fucking family. You know what I mean? But shit, she didn't, you know, she didn't think nothing of it. You know, like I said, I never exposed that shit, you know, brought that shit on. What I did on the streets is what I did on the streets. When I'm at home, I got to be me.
What years were you in junior high school? What era are we talking about?
Shit. Junior high school, shit, what, 80, 82, 83? High school, 84, 85, shit like that.
What were the race relationships in Compton back in the 80s?
As far as what do you mean? What aspects of it?
Like now there's a lot of racial tension. Well, not now, but like...
Yeah, you know, now it is. But I know what you mean. Back then, it you know, you had it. You know what I'm saying? You had that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That racial tension.
Even in the 80s?
Yeah, hell yeah. It was there. It was there, but you know, it wasn't full-fledged, you know what I'm saying, like that. Because, hell, we was all in the same boat, you know what I'm saying? We right next door to each other. But now it didn't change. That motherfucker you grew up with next door knock your ass down.
Right. So, you mentioned something earlier about getting robbed and things of that nature. And I've heard Hispanics, especially Southsiders, justify their hate towards blacks because their families used to get robbed by blacks.
Right.
Is that something that
I can agree with that, you know what I'm saying? Because see, them little motherfuckers that was watching their families get robbed and shit like that, they grown up now and they gang members. You know what I mean? So naturally it's like, man, fuck you. You know what I mean? You can't be mad at them, right?
Right.
You know, but you know, fuck them. You know, that's how I felt. You know.
You think that's what took that racial animosity to the next level in the 90s and
yeah,
the 2000s?
I believe so. But see, I can't really speak on that because hell, I was incarcerated. Shit. So I was already dealing with something going on in the penitentiary. You know what I mean?
So obviously you're not the only Mexican from Fruit Town, but how many are there?
It's quite a few. It's quite a few. I can actually say that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of young ones I don't even know. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know half them little dudes over there in my neighborhood right now. But they know of me. You know what I'm saying?
So basically back then in those days, Mexicans being from black gangs and blacks being from Mexican gangs, it wasn't really an issue back then.
No.
It was kind of normal.
Right.
Were you guys conscious of Mexicans and other black sets? Was that even a thing that you guys paid attention to?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shit yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Was there any rival Mexican Crips on your radar back then that stand out? Like, Mexican Crip, that's one of my targets.
To be honest with you, nah.
What about the guy from Santana that gets all the attention? Was he an issue back then? Or on the radar back then?
Not with us.
Not with you guys?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know him like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, maybe his name started ringing bells now or whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, you know.
Growing up in the 80s in Fruit Town, who were your guys' main rivals at that time?
Front hood or a pocket.
When did it go bad? Well, let me ask you something. When did CV's CV locals get into y'all hood? When did that happen and how did that happen? Because they're...
But to be honest with you, man, I don't, you know, It was just a crew of little essays that lived on the street. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And they formed their own shit. And hell, like I said, kids grow up and they progress. You know what I'm saying? They got, you know, but they wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was about 88, 89. You know what I'm saying? Up in that era time that they became. You know,
I don't even think they're around anymore.
I don't either. To be honest with you.
So let me roll it back a little bit and go into to when you started going into the juvenile hall system.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what years that was and what for?
Yeah, 1982 for possession of cells of PCP.
How much time did you end up doing, and where'd you go? How'd you go through the system? What was your journey?
Went through what? Went through LP. Like, I never had no problem with the essays really in juvenile hall. You know what I'm saying? They always looked at me, he's black, you know what I'm saying? But I went from Campanella, Campanella, what else? I went to a couple of other little camps I can't recall. But after that, I turned 17. Shit, I was on my way to 4,300. And by this time, you know what I'm saying, I didn't, you know, motherfuckers know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I got a little name, you know what I'm saying? But I hit the county. I thought I was going to be able to go to YA where everybody else going to, you know, YA, I'm going to the pen. But, shit.
Tell the people that don't know what 4,300 is.
Oh, that's the blood module. That was in the 80s, man. It was time. You got to be, you had to be somebody to be up in there. Couldn't be no buster because you sure was going to get thrown up out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? 48 and 43. Goddamn.
And what years were you in 4,300?
Oh, I was up in there in 87, 88. Shit.
So you said you went to the county and you thought you were on your way to Y. What happened? Where did they end up taking you to?
It took me to the pen. I went from, I got 2 years. Crazy, boy, I did that whole 2 fucking ass years. Shit. I went to Chino. Man, that's the first time the essays pushed up. Hey, you Rasa? Nah, hell no, I ain't Rasa. I'm from Piru. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers looking like, you know. So, a few homies seen the motherfucker. What's up, dog? You good? Yeah, I'm good, homie. You know what I'm saying? What happened? Whoa. Come on, you know, tally up the homies. You know, like I said, I had a little name for myself. A lot of motherfuckers already knew me from different neighborhoods or heard of me, you know what I'm saying? So I was good. So motherfuckers knew, you know, oh, this nigga gonna ride. And shit. Went from there. From there, I went to Avenal. Had to beat some little nigga up from San Diego. Fake nigga. But shit, from there, caught assault on him. They sent me to Soledad. Hit Central Yard. The essays asked me, you know, so I don't, you know, Rasa? Nah, I ain't Rasa, huh? Paul, I'm a blood.
Do you think they already knew the answer when they was questioning you, or they was literally trying to figure it out?
You know, this is my posture, the way I carried myself. They knew goddamn well I wasn't running with them. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, motherfuckers want to know. And back then, you know, they try to push a line. You know what I'm saying? They get at the folks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's y'all homeboy. You know, ain't he Mexican? Homie, you know, yeah, that's the homie. And so what he Mexican? He a blood. So from there, well, it is what it is.
Is that usually how it goes? If your folks basically have to embrace you. If they don't embrace you, they throw you to the wolves.
Right, yeah, and it's been done. It's been done. I done seen different motherfucking blood and crip Mexican stuff in there. Motherfuckers showing signs of weakness. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, sure, we don't need you.
And they let the South Side shoot them up.
Man, you better roll it up. Either roll it up or accept your consequences. You know, it get rough sometimes, but man, I'm a gangster. Shit.
So through your whole journey through the penitentiary system, every yard you hit, you had to go through this whole...
Hell no. Hell
You
no.
got it out the way the first yards,
Yeah.
and it was known
You
after
know,
that.
because like I said, I started this in '88 when it was really going down. You know, as time went on, you know, going back forth to the pen, and then I did a stretch. I did 10 and a half. You know what I'm saying? From there, it was like, nigga, I didn't give a fuck. Shit, better not come at me, ask me where I'm from. I'm not Mexican or whatever. Give a fuck who you is. I'll knock your ass into the dirt.
So the assumption, the speculation, a lot of times, especially online, they automatically assume any Mexican blood or crip that hits the line, automatically the South Side's a cleaning house.
Never, bro.
Never.
It didn't happen to me,
It didn't happen.
and I done walked line.
Didn't happen to me.
You know what I mean? So that bullshit they be talking, nah, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Them motherfuckers are trying to push. But it's all, you know, it's who you are, bro. You gonna be with it or you quit it. Get on, nigga. You know?
All right, our man in the back. So we'll get his bio and his brief story out the way, I guess, and then we'll go back and hear all the different prisons.
You don't want to talk to Slick no more.
No, they don't want to talk to me. They already got me on the first one. That's why.
Introduce yourself, bro. Look at this camera.
Is it rolling?
Yes.
Okay. You want to introduce yourself, my man?
All right, hey, what's going on to the world? First, I want to start this a little different. I want to bless the interview. You know what I'm saying? All praise be to the one God, Allah, absolute, no cut. I want to give shout outs to my man right here, Slick, the brother that brought me in to this acquaintance. And that was because, you know, I saw something on his phone. I was like, man, what's going on? What is this you doing? Bam, bam, bam. We started talking after that. But my first name, Enrique. Yeah, Enrique. Known as Rico Suave, out of the CPT, Compton, California, 90220, across the board, all day. My boy, my G homie right here, Mexican Robb. Once feared, once looked up to on a whole different level. This is a different time. I get it, but I used to look at this homie and question how the hell, how is he making it through these times? Because the crayons was vicious then, homie. You had homies, man, that was like no nonsense type, you know what I'm saying? The homies put demos on homies right there on the spot. And if you weren't strong enough, if you was on some bull, if you was going to the pen, coming out with some foul on your, you know what I'm saying, on your rap sheet, it was done.